Okay, so apparently there is a 15-minute time limit with Screencast that I was unaware of. So let's start over on this slide. So when is a binary search best applied? Best used for lists or arrays that are already in sorted order. The structure is search starting in the middle. If the key value is not in the middle, the search will continue on the half that is less than or greater than the initial value or the initial middle value. So starting with the middle value of the next half, so we cut that in half and we go to the let's go to the lower half. We start with the middle of that, and if that's not the value, we compare again: is the key value less than or greater to this value? And then we cut it in half and we start in the middle until we find it again. If no value is found, it returns null or zero or however you want to write that. What data structures are applied when dealing with a recursive function? So a recursive function is one that calls itself, since we haven't discussed that yet. Recursion makes use of a stack, so it's the last in, first out principle. And using that, a call to the recursive function saves the return address. That way it knows how to return to the calling function after the call is terminated. What is a multidimensional array? It is an array that makes use of more than one index, so it's kind of like a matrix or a grid. And it is useful with data that can't be stored linearly. So the best example that I can think of was in my Java class last semester. We had to make a tic-tac-toe game. And in order to generate that board, we used a multi-dimensional array for it. Um, so that is an example of when one of those, a multi-dimensional array would be appropriate. Um, what are dynamic data structures? A dynamic data structure expands or contracts as needed. It is a flexible means of storing and manipulating data, and it adjusts according to the size of the data requirements. So this is like array versus linked list. Linked lists are they adjust according to how many values is in there because you reassign those pointer values. And an array is static; it is fixed. The size is what it is, and that is the end of this presentation. I learned a lot this semester, and I appreciate the opportunity to learn so much and to grow so much over the last 2 years. So thank you, and have a good life.